Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon playthrough. So going to be continuing on with the Scarescraper here. The Scarescraper mode we're going to be playing this time is Rush. So while Hunter mode is focused more on capturing ghosts and the like, Rush mode is about trying to clear the floors as quickly as possible. Now, what you're probably thinking if you just came from the Hunter video is that, well wait, don't you have to capture ghosts to clear the floor? You actually don't have to do that in Rush mode. Rush mode's more about getting to a specific room. In this specific room there'll actually be a couple of buttons, and basically all the players who are playing need to be hitting those buttons, and once you do that you essentially clear the floor. So it's not about capturing ghosts. It's about finding the exit, and that's exactly what we're basically going to be doing here. So, kind of the mindset here is, well, obviously you want to split up. Basically explore all the different rooms while you're doing so until someone finds the final room that you're trying to unlock. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to necessarily just be going through rooms. There is stuff you want to pay attention to while you're doing this. Namely, you want to be looking through some of the furniture items, because in some of the furniture items you'll be finding clocks, and also in some of the ghosts you'll be finding clocks. These clocks will actually give you a little more time, because you start each floor with only 30 seconds. And yeah, that's basically what you have to do here, is you just need to find the room by accumulating a bunch of time. And once you have all the time, just find the room you're looking for. This is the room you're looking for, a room with this little device mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
Once you both hit the buttons, you get some money. And I think you also do the red coin thing, too. Yeah, the red coin scramble. And from that it becomes kind of similar to what you did in the Hunter mode, basically. But yeah, the floors generally, I think, go a lot quicker because of this. But even then, I do feel like when you're playing with multiple people, this is probably the harder mode to do, if I'm being honest. Because while you're doing this, you know, you obviously have to make sure that while you are splitting up to, like, find the right room, you also need to be collecting time as well, so you can actually, like, once someone finds the room, like, all the players can get to that room in the time limit. And, you know, room transitions and having to deal with potential ghosts that are blocking your way, that can really throw a wrench in the works. So you have to make sure that you just have enough time to get to where you need to go. And, just be efficient with checking stuff. But, you know, even though you're spreading out, you still want to stay at least somewhat close together, I guess. It's, you know, it's a tricky mindset to get along. Now, if you're playing this by yourself, I feel like Rush mode becomes probably the easiest mode, because you're really just looking for the final room, and you just have to hit the button and you win. That's basically it. I actually did a great job of finding the room every single time. Like, I think there was only, like, one time where Bowsergirl found the room. But in all the other rooms, I ended up being the one that found it. And see, here I was kind of trying to help out by finding some time so she can make it down there. And I think she actually got kind of a little lucky, because I think she found a wardrobe that allowed her to go kind of like halfway back. And I did find some more time that she could use as well. But yeah, if you're playing this solo, I think it becomes a lot easier, because, you know, you can kind of just see if you can find the room and, you know, just make it through each room pretty quickly. But it becomes a little tougher when you have multiple people, because then it becomes more about, like, you know, just making sure you have all that time. Although I feel like with more people, you could actually divide it up more. Like, maybe 2 people go searching while the other 2 focus on finding clocks. That's probably a good way to distribute the work whenever you're playing with, like, more than just 2 people. Or more than one person, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to get all the red coins on this floor either. Getting all the red coins, I feel like, is hard here, because it seems like the mansion floors are a lot bigger. So there's, like, more ground to cover, and as a result, you can't really get all the rooms explored in the time limit. But it is what it is. Just part of the random generation, I guess. But in addition to being like the fastest mode, this is also the mode I'd probably recommend using if you're looking for all the different Scarescraper-only ghosts. Because, as a result, the 25 floor rooms of Scarescraper, or the 25 floor modes of Scarescraper, will take the fastest amount of time in Rush Mode. Sorry, I kind of lost my thought there, because I'm trying to pay attention to make sure that if there's anything I need to talk about, I can talk about it. So yeah, because of that, you'll be guaranteed like 4 different variations of Scarescraper-only ghosts, so that's kind of something you need to keep in mind when if you do want to actually take the challenge of trying to find all of the Scarescraper ghosts. And here I go, running into an issue. So this is what I was kind of waiting for, and what I wanted to talk about is that you have to be careful when you're looking for clocks. Whenever you find one of these vases that are on my head, be very cautious and only pull them if like you're that desperate and you need to find basically something that will increase your time, because you can actually get trapped. And once again, if you get trapped like that, once again you need your partner to come and help you. So keep that in mind. Here we got unlucky with the yellow ghost, which just decided to trap us right here. And we realized, okay, there's no way we're going to get all the red coins here. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this ghost. Which I don't even think we do. I think Bowsergirl was just like, yeah, let's not bother. Honestly, good call, because yeah, there was no way we were going to take out that guy and get the red coins in time. So yeah, don't check the blue vases unless you're like that desperate and you need to find time, because chances are it's going to be a trap and then you'll need your partner to save you, and you won't be able to check other pieces of furniture if you have a vase on your head, so just be very, very careful with that. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, definitely use Rush Mode if you want to, like, especially if you're by yourself. If you're by yourself, use Rush Mode to see if you can hunt down some of those. Also, I found this room immediately. Sometimes you can just have the luck like that, though. Like, sometimes if you just find the right room immediately, you can make a floor go really fast. So we actually got really, really lucky in that regard. Although for the red coins, we're probably not going to find the red coins, because as you can see, only one popped up on the map that we had already explored, because again, in Rush Mode, these mansion floors are huge, so it's probably not likely you're going to find all of the coins. I think we actually got lucky right here. Oh no, we didn't. Dang it. There was one time where it's like we were looking for coins and we just managed to find the last one, but really the last second. So you can get kind of unlucky in that regard, but it is what it is. So here we go, floor number 5. Now, here's the thing. Even though we're in Rush Mode, all the boss ghost floors are still the same. So, floor 5, 10, 15, 20, and even 25 too. Since, 25 will also be a boss floor if it's the final boss. It's about getting rid of the boss ghost. It's not about beating the boss ghost quickly. I mean, you still have a time limit, obviously, but for the most part, it's still just the general idea of, for these floors, it's going to be defeating the boss. It's not going to be about beating the boss quickly. So here we have a variation of the pink ghosts. I believe this is from the Halloween set. Let me actually see if I can find the name for this ghost. Because I actually did get the... get a list of the ghosts here. So these are called schools. So I guess kind of like a ghoul, I guess. So a school. Yeah, they're the they basically have these little masks on their faces, which is kind of neat. And I kind of talked about this in the last video, the Hunter video, but another thing you can do is, like, when you're dealing with the boss ghost, and you have multiple people, kind of the main idea is you should have probably somebody dealing with the generic ghosts, and the other one dealing with the bosses. Just so, like, the one who's dealing with the boss doesn't get overwhelmed, for example. That's, I think, the way to go, anyway. See, we actually did a really good job of clearing that boss. A lot better than the previous Rare Ghost boss floor we did. Floor 5 of the Hunter video. We actually had some really bad luck on that one because... Mainly because the greenies had, like, objects that they kept, like, guarding themselves and attacking with. I seriously hate when ghosts have shields. Like, even though there is a way to deal with those... It's still hard, because if, like, multiple are coming at you at once, it can be hard to dark light them both, and who knows if they're gonna, like, actually lower their shield at the same time either, so... Just a lot of different things you have to keep in mind. So yeah, once we beat the boss ghost, we're gonna go back to the Rush Mode format. I think it is actually kind of good that they do it that way, though, because, like... Dealing with a boss ghost while you're also trying to, you know, get to the exit, I feel like would be a very stressful situation. And especially dealing with boss ghosts on a time limit, too, because you have no idea what can happen during those boss fights, too. Also, look, they're starting on ice again. Why must we start on ice? I don't know. I don't know why I'm singing right there. Probably because I always do singing thing. And there was me again, just being kind of dumb, and it's like, oh, look what I did. I managed to get something stuck on my head. Sorry, partner. Once again, Bowsergirl being the team carrier. To be honest, though, I had never played Rush Mode before this, so I didn't really know, like, stuff like that could happen and be, like, that detrimental to the cause. Because, you know, the advice she gave me, which was good advice, is, like, you know, in Rush Mode, like, keep progressing through rooms, but also check furniture along the way, so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And then it's like, oh no, I got a pot stuck on my head, so... You know, stuff like that can happen and really throw you off. But still, though, Bowsergirl was a great teammate for this. Again, because it helped that she knew what she was doing from basically the fact that she had, like, basically 100% of this game and had played a lot of Scarescraper, so she knew what she was doing. Oh, there we go. That was what I was talking about earlier. She managed to get the red coin at literally... She got it literally as the fanfare was playing. Like the negative fanfare. Like the... Oh, you didn't do it, but you did actually do it, so good job. So she was able to snipe that coin at the very last second. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this with Bowsergirl, and I look forward to playing this more with her in the future. Even Luigi's Mansion 3, Scarescraper as well. So, Bowsergirl, if you're watching, if you want to do this again for Luigi's Mansion 3, when you get around to playing that anyway, just let me know. Would love to have you on board again. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with our Rush journey here. And of course, I immediately make a mistake. Oh gosh. Well, hey, at least I redeemed myself by finding the room immediately. That's just the way it is, though. Sometimes you can find the room, like, super quick.
Oh, yeah.
There's not, like, any, like, strong bias to try to put the room, like, a certain distance away from where you start. Now, I'm not sure if, like, it can ever be in, like, the room next to you where you start or anything like that, but... Again, it was pretty close. It was at least a max of 2 rooms away. Which is kind of interesting. Yep, we were able to get all the coins, so we can move on to the next floor, floor number 8. Just 3 more floors left, and then we're done with Rush. And yeah, as you can see, like, Rush, like, even though that, like, some of the layouts can be pretty huge, it is still essentially the fastest mode, because even if you have to, like, travel, like, 1 minute through a dungeon to find, or a dungeon, a mansion, you know what I meant. If you have to travel through, like, a very long layout of just 1 floor, like, it'll still probably take about a minute, and in Hunter mode, like, some of the rooms took us, like, around, like, 3 to 4 minutes, because sometimes there's just a lot of ghosts you have to fight. Some of the ghosts can be pretty obnoxious with, like, how they hide, or where they're located, so there's just a lot of different things that come into play. So yeah, this is kind of how this particular floor worked, where, you know, I obviously made a lot of forward progress just looking through a couple of different rooms. I found the room we were looking for pretty immediately, but we were pretty low on time. So I decided to, like, you know, basically once I told her I found the room, I'm like, okay, well, let me search some furniture, find some items, did find some clocks right there. And that basically gave her enough time to make it all the way back here. And along the way, I also tried to notice of where, like, certain wardrobes were, so that way, if she was making her way to where I am, she could have at least maybe used that intel to find a way to get here quicker. And I did notice that there was a wardrobe on my path here. Now, she actually found another one, but still, just the fact that I mentioned there was a wardrobe was enough to help her, like, at least, you know, put that in her mind that, okay, well, this could take me closer to where you are, so we can finish this. And even though she didn't find the exact wardrobe, didn't find the wardrobe I found, she still found one that got her pretty close to the room, so we're able to finish with no issue. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get this red coin bonus, because I think ultimately what happened here was that there was no door to the room to the left here, so as a result, she could only get that coin and couldn't make it to the door in time, so there was no way we could have found that last coin, but that's just the way it is. So, moving on to floor number 9. I think this is the floor I'm thinking of, where something silly kind of happened from the get-go. And surprise, yellow ghost! It's never a good sign when you immediately have to deal with a yellow ghost at the very beginning of your run here. So here's the thing with this floor. I kind of ran into an issue where there were just not a lot of furniture items I could interact with, and as a result, I couldn't really find any timepieces. And the further I got into this floor setup, I just couldn't really find anything. And I think Bowsergirl ran into some issues as well. She was looking for timepieces, couldn't find anything. I didn't want to pull that vase, because obviously the vase could have gone on my head, and there were like no shakeable furniture items here. And it got to the point where, before we knew it, we were out of time. We failed. We got a game over here. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of this mode. Sometimes you can just have a really unlucky break. You could try to make smart decisions, and just you won't be able to find any timepieces, and that's exactly what happened here. So, as a result, we did not finish this rush mode, which is unfortunate because we were only 1 floor away from the boss, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Now, here's the thing. Even though we didn't complete this, it's not really all bad because we still get to keep all the rewards that we gained. And in addition to that, any ghosts we got, including the rare ghosts, will also be saved as well. So we're not going away empty-handed or anything. It's just unfortunate that we didn't actually finish this run. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for Rush Mode. So that's 2 of the 3 modes. We have 1 more mode left to show. And in that particular video, since there won't be too much to explain, and it will also be kind of long, it won't be as long as the Hunter mode video, but it'll still be like probably around 30 minutes. I'm going to also talk about some of the unlockables you can get from Scarescraper, because I haven't talked about those yet, so I'll save that for the last video as we're kind of wrapping things up. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry it had kind of a unfortunate end here, but again, that's just the way that this mode works sometimes. So I'll see you guys next time for the final video of Scarescraper and the final video of the project. We're going to be taking a look at the Polterpup mode. So I will see you guys then. Later, folks.